Hello, 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 and welcome to the Commentary Zone. Um, on today's episode, on the docket today, great, sorry about that. Um, we have 90 Day Fiancé, Season 9, Episode 2, Home Sweet Hoax. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit that notification bell, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Jamal, what did you think about the episode?
It was interesting, honestly. It was hilarious because how can I put this? Jabri, I'm like, what are you doing, sir? And Bilal, I'm like, don't do that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. You don't do that to people. I understood where
Mm-hmm.
Bilal was coming from. You don't do that to people.
But if you've been in a relationship with this person for all of these years, shouldn't you know that she's not after you for that? And if you're Muslim, aren't some of the responsibilities for taking on a wife is one, to respect her, and two, take care of her? Like, I, I feel like he's doing the most to up his, I don't know, his profile or his social media game. And I still am of the opinion there's fault on both sides, because one, he's a dick for doing shit like this, and because he's supposed to be grown and she's grown too, and she shows it when she starts confronting him on it in a respectful way.
Right.
But two, you should have never brought your dumb ass from Trinidad. Sorry, I called you dumb, but not knowing where you going. You grown. I can't give you the excuse, well, you're in your 20s and you don't know any better, and whatever. Like, I would not be stepping foot on a plane unless I knew what address I was going to and what it looked like. Screw the car, but I need to know where I'm going to be staying.
Right.
So that's just basic for me. But yeah, which couple you want to start with?
We might as well start with them. Since we're already talking about them.
Okay, so they get to this old house. Um, he's in the, I love, she called it the panel van. I haven't heard that expression in such a long time. But yeah, his van, she gets upset that he puts her stuff in the back with the trash. I would too.
Right.
Um, they get to the house. She says she's not happy. She's tired. Um, the side eyes that she was giving him were priceless. She made the comment when he asked if she was hungry. She's like, "Are there rats in that kitchen?" He's like, "I'll give you a clean bowl." Then he changed the tactic and said, "I'll just order us takeout." She's like, "You got money for that?" Oh, I need to ask you something, because
Mm-hmm.
I always look at the food. What did they have? I saw green
Okay.
beans and I saw spaghetti, but what was the white thing? The breaded thing?
I was like, is that a chicken? Is that like
It was
fried
chicken
chicken
fingers?
fingers? That's like that's the excuse me, that's the closest thing I could. I was looking at it too. I'm like, is that fried chicken or fried fish? I'm like, I hope it's fried chicken. That goes better with spaghetti than
Wait,
fried
spaghetti
fish.
is a main course. It's an entree. Why are we using it as a side with chicken?
I don't know.
You use spaghetti as a side?
Mm, not really. Normally, it's the main, and you add chicken is used as a side.
Chicken is a side?
Yeah, in some places, yeah.
Really?
Hmm. Depends on what it's with.
I've never seen that on any menu, and do not call me bougie. I've just never seen. But but the spaghetti was a side because in the
The spaghetti was a
styrofoam
side.
plate, it was in the
Yeah,
small hole.
I really think he didn't order from anywhere. I think somebody he knows does like plates out their house, and he ordered them plates.
Really?
Yeah, because some people will do like sell dinner plates out their house, so it could be anything.
Ryan, I've been to fish fries, but Caribbean fish fries. I've never been to an American fish fry, if that's what you mean. And I've actually never had catfish.
Oh, catfish is
It's
really
one
good.
of the things I wanted to try, but I don't know the best place to like get it. And nobody down here where I go does catfish. So you must not have been fish fry. These is a side with catfish. So
Hmm.
is that what he had? Catfish?
Yeah, that's why it
I
looks like
thought catfish was bigger.
no catfish. I don't think it was catfish. I really do think it was like fried chicken fingers of some sort. But like I was saying, like some people do, they like, hey, like I sell plates out my house. Are you interested? It looks like we never saw the delivery man. We never saw the Uber driver or the Uber Eats or DoorDash person. I think it was someone he knew in the neighborhood who sells plates out their house. Because most places don't do, like you said, do spaghetti as a side.
See, Ryan thinks it's fish. Well, either way, I just thought it was odd. Because, like
Right.
at our fish fries, when we do fried fish or we have lobster, anything like that, there's like salad, potato salad, macaroni salad, coleslaw. Because it's like outdoors. So it's like picnic food, I guess.
Hmm.
And then there's always like rice and peas because that's mandatory. That's hot. Um, yeah, and alcohol. That's a side. But yeah, this was an education for me because I had to rewind that because at first I didn't know what it was. Um, I should research the. Hold on. Nearly says I should research the culture first. Then they complain. Long distance relationships are hard enough. They looking at other countries. It's so difficult. It is. It is. I'm not with the young people. I don't think that you can get to know anyone until you see them and live with them in person. I'm an advocate for living together before marriage,
Yep.
just to fully get to know people.
At least a
Um,
year.
yeah, but it seems like all of these couples seem to think that video calls are the basis for a relationship. I could be wrong. Hold on. Ryan had another comment here. Or the fish or chicken dinners you might get from a Baptist church on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Wait, you get food at church?
Some of them, yes.
I might have to reconsider my religious stance. Bless you.
Thank you.
I for not living together. Ablavi is I'm for not living together even with marriage. All right, girl. Thank you, Ablavi. Hi, everybody in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Um, anyway, hold on. What else happened here? So she said, I'm gonna let you hot up your food. Again, another thing that I haven't heard in a long time. I'm gonna let you hot up your food before you sit down, and I'm gonna talk to you so you're not all in your feelings about this. So she basically tells him, based upon how you present yourself online and how you presented yourself to me in person in Trinidad with your Louis Vuitton luggage and your red bottom shoes and all of that, yeah, even down to the ring that you gave me, because I believe she went and got it appraised. This is not the abode that I thought you would be in. And this is making me rethink. because if I'm going to stay with you, I'm gonna help you fix up this place, but we're gonna start selling off some of your stuff in order to finance the renovations.
That was hilarious. She's like, let's sell some of these suits, some of those watches. We got a lot of work to do.
I love that she was formulating a plan. She was formulating a plan. Oh my God. And then let's see. He was getting a little pissy. He was getting a little pissy because she was saying this, and he was trying to say, well, you're not grateful or something. Like I even just stopped listening to him because he wasn't making any sense. I was ashamed. I
That
was
was
ashamed.
embarrassing. I get both sides, but it wasn't necessary. And I was team Bilal because of the way she was acting, what he was saying, like, I see it makes sense, yada yada. But when she explained her side, I'm like, I get it, because the way I look at her side when she explained is like, she's like, well, why would I leave my family, my friends, my business, my lifestyle to come here to live worse than what I was living in Trinidad? So I understood that. I understood her position.
And the thing is, that Bilal, if you had a lick of sense, you would have known that this is a grown woman who's accustomed to making her own decisions. You went down to Trinidad and see where she came from. Why would you think she would be okay with this, even as a joke? What were you trying to accomplish? Because it sure wasn't this stupid test. If this was something that the producers gave y'all to do, shame on you for going along with it. Shame on you. And then they go to the bedroom, and I'm going to put this up. Okay, it was bad enough this bedroom had bifold doors on it. Why it got a padlock on it?
Right.
This was scary.
Mm-hmm.
This was scary. Like, this was an epic fail for me.
And it was another funny thing, though. He said no one's lived in the house for 15 years, but everything's running perfectly, utilities wise. Okay. Just saying.
I still think that this is a flip.
Right.
I still think this is one of his flips.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you. Because when he said, like, no one's lived in a house for 15 years, and there's a few little things to do, I'm looking at that like, no, all the utilities are paid. Like, the water's running fine. There's nothing wrong with the electricity. You lying. Debbie, I'm with you on this one all the way. That's one of his flips.
Did he say that he came from the hood or the projects?
The hood.
Just the hood. That neighborhood didn't seem very hoodish.
And if no one's lived there in 15 years, there was no dust. There was nothing. Stop lying. I saw that.
Not making sense.
I thought about what you said about that being a flip. I'm like, Debbie's 100% right on this one, in my opinion. She's spot on.
If he wasn't in real estate, I wouldn't have thought that. Because when they approached it, I was like, oh, this one of his flips.
You said that right out the gate, though. I'm like,
because that's what it gave me.
Right.
That's what it gave me.
And then when you walked in, I'm like, oh, this has got some good bones to it. Like, this would be a good flip. I'm like, wait a minute, Debbie said that. Debbie's spot on this one.
This is a weak storyline.
Yeah.
And I'm just mad at both of them. I'm on, what's her name? Shida. I'm on Shida's side because she's my Caribbean sister until she fuck it up. But I'm on her side, but shame on you for coming somewhere and you don't know where the fuck you going. You couldn't get me to leave up my safety, security, family, business, whatever, and you not telling me where I'm going.
Right. And he refused to show you anything. Yeah, that's a red flag for me.
Oh, Lord. Bilal, Blavi says, Bilal money. I question because I don't believe he owns the other house either. I was wondering about that.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering about that. Because everything is just so perfect. So perfect. Wait, hey Pearl. It was good. I just wish they had more darker skinned Nigerians. What was good? Men go after women for their looks, so why can't women do the same when it comes to their ability to provide? Well, that's the thing. I was looking up like the responsibility of a husband to a wife in Islamic marriage. And that's one of the first things, to be financially responsible for that person, to respect them and treat them as a partner, as an equal. I think that might be a new thing, but okay. But yeah, he's not doing any of this. But he damn sure made sure he got that religious ceremony so that he could fuck her. Oh, you were talking about Lagos? Did I say it right this time? I hope so. I've been trying. Thank you, love. Yeah, they're a mess. Anything more that we want to talk about them?
No, we're good with them. They're honestly, for me, in this episode, they were the most interesting couple by far.
They were. Who's next?
Let's do Emily and Kobe.
Emily and Kobe. Okay. She's worried about having sex again after 2 years apart from Kobe. She's picking out butt flossers to wear for Kobe when he gets in. She's talking with her sister. I think that her desire for sex has changed since having her son. But she seemed to allude that Kobe really isn't into her. I don't know if it's just talking nasty or wanting it all the time or something. I don't know. She wants to spend the first night alone with him in Kansas City. No.
Yeah.
Yes, Kansas City, which is 2.5 hours away from her home. Her parents are taking care of the baby while she's gone. But she hasn't told Kobe this. And he's all about seeing his kid right away. She gets in the first night. She's having dinner with her friend Sean, who he seems to be her old party buddy. They start talking about their old ways. She's scared that she's scared about her plan and scared that if her breasts will start leaking all over Kobe on their romantic night. Sean basically came away from this dinner having doubts about this relationship. Wow. Next scene, we see her pumping her breasts, and it's the morning of Kobe's arrival. She gets dressed. She goes to the airport. She's waiting for him. He comes out. They seem to have a genuine hug and kiss. You know, I've seen worse. And he says that she gained weight, but it's not about how she looks. What?
That was the first thing you out your mouth, though.
Ah.
That was my thing. That's the first thing out your mouth, though.
Yeah. That was interesting, but okay. But you've been doing video chats with her. You ain't realized that she don't look the same?
Right.
See, this is why a video chat does not equal a relationship. He says he's complete and looking forward to seeing his son. Did she ever tell him that they're not going to see the baby?
No, she didn't tell him that yet.
Because I agree with her for not bringing the baby
to
the airport or anything like that. But she could have brought, this is what I've done if I was her. I would have just asked daddy for some extra money because daddy paying for that room. So I would have not come the night before to have dinner with Sean. I would have arrived the day of. And I would have had my sister there at the hotel with the baby in a separate room, have her check in while I go and pick up Kobe at the airport and bring them back, and everybody could see the baby. And then when it gets time for the adult time, baby can go with sister over to the next room.
Right. That makes sense.
And if sister can't make it, mom can make it. Somebody. So, that's what I would have done. So instead of paying 2 nights for one room, it would have been one night for 2 rooms and everybody would have been happy.
Right.
Producers do better. Anything else with them?
No.
Okay. Who's next?
Who do we got next? Let's go ahead and go to the new couple, Eve and Muhammad.
Eva and Muhammad. Hold on. I think I have a picture of them. Okay, this is them. Okay, I don't remember how old she is or where they're
48.
from. She's
48,
48 and he's
Albuquerque,
20
25 from Egypt.
from Egypt. Okay, and she has a 12-year-old son with special needs. And she's of Apache descent. She was never married to her son's father, but she was engaged, like a long engagement, and then they just kind of like grew apart, I believe.
She said, like, being a mom with a special needs child, she felt that she didn't get the emotional support that she needed, so she broke off the engagement.
Interesting. She says that she's of Apache descent, and
Yeah.
she's a healer. And let's see, since her split from her fiance, she's been focused on healing or like her craft.
Right.
And all of those things that she does, I've had the cupping, I've had the skin scraping. All of them are really good. Highly recommend them for anyone who needs it. Let's see. So basically, she put up like a bikini picture and he slid into her DMs and he was shredded, as she says, and they've been together ever since.
That's what she says. Yeah.
She said after 2 months of chatting with him, she went over to Egypt to meet him. And they got engaged as soon as she got there. All of these are red flags for me. I don't know why these aren't red flags for anyone else, but okay.
Right.
Hold on. There's a bunch of messages here that are being blocked. Okay, so they've opened up. All right, so she came back and she started the K1 paperwork 2 years ago. She goes and she has this little luncheon with her friends, her nosy friends, who was asking all the questions. They asked if he was a virgin when she met him. She said yes. Girl, he lied. And she says it's because of these types of questions that she really doesn't talk about her relationship, because it's just hard when they start asking these questions, because it makes her question her decision to be with a younger man. Let's see. Yeah, so she's getting uncomfortable. She says she's trying to respect his religious restrictions. Like at one scene with her other friend, like she's cleaning out her wardrobe of inappropriate garments. She spent a total of 22 days together with him in the 2 years that they've known each other. Her friend counsels her and says, wait the full 90 days before you marry him. But I have a feeling, because I wonder if he's already pushing for the marriage as soon as he gets there, because they shouldn't be living together because of his religion before marriage.
Right. They've already broken one. They've already broken one rule by having sex. So he's not trying to get. He's not trying to break any more rules.
In my opinion, if we broke that one, we could break another. I don't see this working out.
Yeah, no.
Just don't. But good luck to you. But yeah.
I'm looking at her like, ma'am, you're on this journey of healing, which is fantastic. But like, how do you think I'm going to use stereotypes here. How do you
Mhm.
think a 25-year-old is going to be able to help you take care of your 12-year-old special needs child who has to be catheterized every 3 hours?
Like, can
That's what
Muhammad
my
take care
concern
of
is.
himself? Does he know how to do laundry? Does he know how to cook? Has he taken care of any children? Like a younger sibling?
Hmm.
Anything? Like, girl, if you didn't feel supported before, watch out.
Exactly. Because I bet you the first thing he would say, well, that's not my child. He's not my responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not gonna like that. But he's not gonna be wrong in telling her that either. Sorry, because you shouldn't have put him in that situation. And that's just my opinion on it.
Wow. Okay. It's a lot of work packing up a baby. That's correct. She's right. They need some time together. He needs to shower before meeting his in. Oh, I completely agree. I agree.
Hmm.
But that's his son. I would have brought the kid. I wouldn't have taken it to the airport. I would have had somebody in a separate room with the kid, and we would have had alone time.
I like that
Kill two
idea.
birds with one stone.
Yes.
And especially because she's not telling him he's not seeing his son. Because I feel in his head, he's like, okay, it's just 2.5 more hours before I get to see my kid. Because I get the feeling he's more interested in the kid than her.
Right.
And I think she might know that. And that's why she kept the kid away.
Exactly.
These women. Oh, I love it.
And Ryan has a very good point.
Uh-huh. Which one?
With a special needs child, she already has a lot to deal with. Now she's going to marry another man child to take care of. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And Pearl says her friends have legit concerns. Agreed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Especially the one with the son the same age as Muhammad. Yep. There you go.
When she said, I can't help but think of my son, I was like, ooh. I wonder if she lets her son come around, Yvette.
Right.
And wait, oh, Miona is online saying that she is Mexican and Middle Eastern. Are Serbians considered white? I had no idea. I have no idea.
So what it says is, according to Google,
Oh.
Serbs are ordinary people. White, Caucasian, usually tall with dark hair. Um, Athletic. Well, yeah. So I'm gonna say top answer. It also is the top in American definition of Caucasian. Yes, Serbs would fit that bill.
But did you see what Pearl wrote? He's African. He's definitely more interested in the
Yeah.
kid.
Hmm.
Same as Benny. Oh. Ciao. Good luck, girl. Anything else with Yvette?
Yeah.
Who next?
Let's see who you have left. Who you have left?
Kara and Jabri.
Oh, let's do Kara because that was a nothing burger.
But this is where the story is not adding up. All right. So there, okay. We see them start off. They're in a taxi in their PDA, whatever. He surprised her with her good friend Chris, who she used to work with when she was a dancer or something like that. Tomorrow is the day that she takes Guillermo back to the United States. We see Guillermo's one of two of Guillermo's brothers, Christopher. His other brother Joaquin is sick, so he couldn't make it. But we see Christopher, another cutie patootie. Christopher still worries that Guillermo is still a kid. And I guess he's wondering if he's ready to be like going
Right.
to the United States. Something about Sankey Panky. I guess when a young Latin boy looks for an older woman to get papers. So they joke about that with,
Right.
she's in on the joke. She understands it. Then she calls him a toddler, meaning Kara calls Guillermo a toddler. And he says he doesn't like it. It's one thing with his brother, joking around with him, but his fiance should respect him as a man. And I agree with that.
Right. It's a different dynamic.
Next scene is the following day. So it's the day that they're leaving. Kara and Guillermo, all they're talking about is this expired passport. That's not a big deal. Here's why. He went with that expired passport to do his interview at the U.S. Embassy.
Right.
They put the visa in that. So there's also the agreement with regards to Venezuelans and their passports, be they expired or not. If there was a problem, the U.S. Embassy would not have put the visa in it. So the airlines, it's not a question whether the airlines will accept this or not. They are clued in on what passport regulations are. Dum-dum. The best thing about their scenes to me was seeing the Punta Cana airport, because it is one of the most amazing Caribbean airports ever. I love the design of it. But these two jabos got on my nerves with that. And shame on you, production, for pushing this as a plot line, because it doesn't hold water. At least not for me, because I'm not dumb. Okay. And then hyping up that he got pulled aside into a separate room. Of course he did. Of course he did. There was no big deal, because if there was, he wouldn't be here, released afterwards. I've been pulled aside into a private room for questioning coming out of the Caribbean. It's no big deal. You get randomly selected and they waste your time asking you a bunch of dumb questions and then researching your luggage all over again. Shut up. They irritated me. Like, I don't even care about them. I can't stand them. They better find a better storyline. Held at the airport for 2 hours, so their concerns were legit. It doesn't matter. They could have stood online in immigration for 2 hours. God knows I've done it here in Miami. And what was she supposed to do? He was held, not her. I didn't hear anybody saying that she was with him, because they're not going to let her in. She's not the one that's in question. So it makes no sense. And holding him for 2 hours for what? To then let him go with no problem? And what was their excuse? Oh, the guy said, your ex, what was it, that little last thing that they commented on? They asked him if he had another passport. And then he said, no, I'm Venezuelan. And they're like, oh, okay. So they held you 2 hours for that. I think they're lying.
Right.
I think they're lying. I've been randomly selected in St. Kitts, in the Bahamas twice. And where else? There's one more place. I can't remember. Grand Cayman. Yep. I've been randomly selected. And I can't count how many times I've had the 4 S's on my boarding pass. So I've been with somebody whose name popped up on a no-fly list.
Oh, wow.
But it wasn't them, but they had the same name. So they got pulled aside. And they has some splaining to do. They're lying. Wait, hold on. They're lying. He was traveling alone because he's on another line. Exactly. She goes to the American immigration, and he goes to the non-American immigration.
Right.
So, what was she gonna do? But look, he's a big boy now. If he can propose to you and get on the plane and come all the way over here and live a life with you, he's a big boy now. He can go through his immigration process just like everybody else does every day. Yeah. The most invasive one that I had was going into Grand Bahama. That was the first of 2 times that I got held. I got moved to a different room, and this was when they were just starting to crack down on work permits. I had been working for this property for many, many years. We never had a work permit. We would just come in saying, we were regular tourists. We weren't getting paid in the Bahamas or anything like that, but we were working for the hotel. And for some reason, I was the first one to get pulled over. And I was in a room for over an hour until they had contacted the head office, and they had to put together a work permit application for me on the fly, and it got approved. But I was sitting there, like, they were interrogating me, asking me why was I taking away jobs, from local people. And I'm like, wait, I've been bringing money to this country for years. I'm here with other guests trying to book a group. This is a site inspection. And yeah, 2 of my colleagues got pulled aside after I did because they just didn't do the work permit, even though I came back and said, guys, we have to do the work permit. But, it is what it is. Wait, who's dating the hood pharmacist? No, I'm not. I was working. I was working. The one time that I got pulled aside in Grand Cayman, I was searched once, and then they took me aside again and searched me again, but just dumped everything out and started rifling through my stuff. And then she did the swab thing for explosives.
Mm-hmm.
And then started asking me where I bought like my makeup brushes and stuff like that. I said, go on Amazon.
Yeah.
On Amazon. And then she started asking me about my jewelry. And I was just like, okay, how much longer is this going to be?
Right.
But yeah, it's just random in my opinion. But that's just me. Who's next?
All we have left is Jabri and Miona.
Okay. This is so manufactured.
Yeah, I didn't care.
Part.
Yeah, I didn't care.
Did you hear his pants ripped? Because I didn't. I think they were already ripped.
They were already ripped. And it was too tight anyway, so you bending down to pick up some boxes, they should have ripped on you. Sorry. Because you can see they was tight around his calf. They was tight around his... I'm like, you know you shouldn't have been wearing that.
It's a European cut. But if you eat an American food,
right,
that European cut, you're going to grow out of it real quick.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is why I say that it's manufactured on his part. He's just doing anything to get attention. When he takes his dad's truck to go to the car wash, and you can see the guy at the car wash telling him, roll up the window. And he leaves it down and gets suds all in the car. It was just dumb. Him rolling out the carpet, him dressing up, all of that foolishness is just stunts on his part to get attention. I thought it was cute that he bought her the little pink cowboy boots. Do I think she'll appreciate them? Probably not.
Mm-mm.
And he's basically nervous about her meeting his parents, and his mom is concerned about her dress, her style of dress.
For the area, yes.
Um, I don't even think it's for the area.
Oh, you think it's just period?
I think it's in front of her husband.
Oh, gotcha.
He bringing this hot piece of tail up into her house in front of her husband.
I got you.
Yeah. I don't think she gives a crap about what she wears in Serbia.
I got you. It makes sense.
um. So wait, I had conflicting. I thought they met with her in the audience at a concert. Did they meet that way, or did they meet online?
In the confessional he said that he liked a picture, or she liked a picture, and then he saw her on the live with her friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's where. So to me, that's online.
But I thought they met at the concert.
I'm sorry. I tuned out on them.
Pearl loves Jibri, and Ryan says he was conveniently wearing a shiny water repellent coat when he left the window down in the car. Yep.
I mean, he's fun, but he's just one of those friends I could only take in doses because he's always doing the most.
I think he knows how. I think this is his way of getting attention
and promoting his band. I'm not mad at him.
But then we see a conversation with his bandmate, David, and he doesn't like the girl.
No, he's not here for Miona. He's not here for her.
And they're both Serbs, right?
Yeah, but you notice when Jabri would bring up Miona, he would just go. The first time he glossed over her, like you ain't said nothing, and then Jabri kept bringing it up, and he's like, look, basically David said, look, I don't like her. She's rude. She works my nerve. Dump her. That's basically what he said. Basically, he's looking at her like Yoko Ono.
Well, I think he ignored her because David is the adult in the relationship and knows that his friend is always, trying to get attention. And he knows it's a sore spot, and probably in the back of his head, like you said, like Yoko Ono, he's blaming her for the reason why their band isn't together and like doing stuff. But what could they be doing during?
Because he ditched the band to go to
Serbia
for 3 months, right? And I think that sounds like it's pre Calistoga. That's the way I'm looking at it. Like they were probably just getting started, and he decided, oh, I met this girl, I'm gonna go over here spend some time with her, and left the band high and dry. That's the way it's coming across, because Jabri is talking about Miona while David's talking about the pandemic's lifting. We can start
they
touring
can get
again.
back out on the road,
right? And Jabri's still stuck on Miona, and like how Miona's coming to town in 2 days, and how he's really excited. And David's looking at him like, dude, like, what are you talking about? And Jabri, like, sir, like, you need to be touring in order to get the money so you can move her to LA, because if y'all move to LA, she said she's leaving.
Ryan says David has a black scent and Miona is a black fish. Does Jabri not have any friends that are actually black?
I don't think so, based on where he grew up. Because his stepdad's Caucasian, his mom is mixed, and the area they're in, it sounds like there's very few actual black folks. So I'm gonna say no.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna say no.
And David grew up in South Dakota too? Or did they meet in LA? Like, I want to know where he met David. And he said he left home at 17 to go where?
Right.
Wait, Pearl, you defending this gibberish boy too much. That's just his personality. We can't be mad at him. Yes, we can because he's annoying. He's annoying. Anyway,
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at Jabri. It's just like I'm not gonna be able to take him seriously.
because everything just seems manufactured. Like he's just dying for attention from
Mm-hmm.
anyone.
Like
Like Lavi says.
the whole stupid carpet. I'm like, you know what? I'm done with you.
And then the person walked over it.
Right.
Thanks, TLC, for sending over one of the grips to walk right over the mat. I don't know. I just find him a bit clownish.
That's his personality, though. He's like the one who. That's how he got by growing up. So I get it. But you would think, as an adult in a band that's touring, you're getting that kind of attention, so you would grow out of that.
Hi, JG. Oh my God. I don't know. I don't know. Thank you, my love.
I mean,
I
Pearl
just
says
think I'm
that was the most.
tired.
Pearl said that was the most empty airport I've ever seen. Was that set? I mean, Pearl. I think where it is, that's South Dakota. Not many people. I think it's one of the most least populated states in the United States. So I think that's probably regular. To be honest.
And this was filmed last year, right?
Right.
So not that many people were traveling then as they are now. Good luck to all of these yabos, honestly. I'm infuriated over the Bilal thing. So I don't really care about anybody else.
No, and I'm mad at TLC. I'm really upset with TLC. And
Why?
here is why. It's because they're giving us what we've been waiting for too soon in the season.
What?
Where are you on next episode where R gets a drink thrown in her face? That's the next episode. That's episode 3.
Well, yeah, because isn't that in Ethiopia? Isn't this like 90 day they have to move here?
Right, they're in New York. So I guess his family comes over to visit, and that's when she throws a drink in her face.
Wait, what? I thought that this was pre them leaving Ethiopia when she got the wine in her
No,
face.
no, because she said you see in the episode that he's all well the way they showed it like finally we made it to New York and yay yada yada, and then after that is when they get the drink thrown in the face.
Oh.
But we get that in episode 3. Why? You supposed to make us wait for that.
Let's just face it, there's nothing else there for this couple.
0. You're right, Debbie. Okay, thank you. I was upset that you had to bring me back in. I'm like, this is going to be downhill after this. This is all we're waiting for.
Well,
Wait a
honestly,
minute.
none
So
of these
Pearl,
couples have anything.
okay. So Pearl says I think the one was in Ethiopia. So maybe they
That's
showed
what
it.
I thought, because they're not
Okay.
going to pay for his whole family to come over here.
The way they showed it, the way I remember them showing in sequence, they showed it the opposite way. Okay,
But you
okay.
know they do this to us. They trick us
True.
with these teasers. They trick us with the teasers. But I
See?
think the wine toss is what will convince him to leave and come to the States.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Debbie. I'm still mad they showed it too soon, but hey.
Yeah, but I think it's part of their boring story.
I really don't care about them.
I don't either.
Okay, so don't get mad at me if I barely pay attention to them.
I have a feeling that we will be barely paying attention to most of these couples. And we still have one more couple, Thais and that guy.
Patrick?
Yeah, him, sort of. Whatever. Is she taller
Whatever.
than him? What size shoe does she wear? Was
I
that
heard
a bad
something.
picture?
I saw something on IG about her feet. They're like, we have questions.
I have a lot of questions.
Oh, that's right, Blobby. The law thrower was shot out the car.
I'm going to get even more upset.
Right.
And honestly, I've heard that she did ultimately get married to Bilal. Not me. I'd have been back down in Trinidad.
Right? You throw me out of a car? Nope, we can go now.
And right after I got out of the airport, I would have ordered me a roadie and some doubles and gone home and said, on to the next one. Who can I get engaged to within 6 months and get married 2 months later?
I got you.
Mm-mm.
But this is. I mean, I'm just gonna take this season with a grain of salt, and I'm not investing in any of these people. I'm not going to be. I'm just gonna follow. I'm just gonna look at them as characters and keep them moving. I think it's gonna help me get through the season.
I don't care.
Because
And
I
I'm
don't.
just angry at Bilal and Shada.
Because normally I gravitate to one couple per season, and I latch onto them. I don't have it this season.
Oh, I've latched on to one, and that's my brethren from the Caribbean.
Right,
But I'm just mad at both of them.
right. You can, and at least with them you can see both sides.
Mm-hmm.
But I side more with Shida at this point in time.
I do too, but I think mine is biased.
It is. That's fine.
Mine is biased. So I have disqualified myself. I've disqualified myself. So you have to be the sane, rational one when judging them.
Sure. So I don't care about nobody. I'm like, I don't care about you. I don't care about you. Don't care about you.
I
Don't care about none of y'all.
I just need her to come off well.
Right.
I don't want her to be embarrassing.
Because I was
Period.
looking at she had me annoyed with her until she laid out her opinion as an adult. I'm like, oh, I see what you're saying. I agree. I got you. You know, because she
Mm-hmm.
seemed to have a nice life in Trinidad. I'm like, if you coming over here to live worse, I'm not mad at you for being mad. I'm just being honest. But man, you should have done your due diligence though.
But she says she asked and he never would offer up the information. So then my happy ass would never be getting on a fucking flight.
My behind would have been on Google.
But if he's not giving you an address.
It doesn't matter. As long as you have his full name and city, you can find everything you need. Tax records, property
But
records.
if he doesn't own the house,
Mm.
that's the
Oh,
hiccup.
Debbie, come on. Your name is not. Oh, ma'am, ma'am. Okay, I got you. But you just have to make the effort.
Yes.
You have to make that at least go that far, and then ask questions.
Oh my God. I do not like spoilers. It took away from the storyline.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
It does.
I can't help it. I love spoilers because I get excited wondering when I'm gonna see it. I don't know. I'm one of those people that sometimes reads the last chapter first
Hmm.
and then tries to make from chapter 1 on make sense.
Right.
Oh my God. All right. So tomorrow we have you said it's called the Aftermath
The aftermath. Right.
Love Off the Grid. Okay. So
Hmm.
join us tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, to just find out where they are now from our little capsule, our compact season of Love Off the Grid. And guys, please give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. Guys, you've been rock stars in the live chat today, as usual. Can't wait to see the replay crew and their comments. I haven't checked in a little bit. I'm a little behind, y'all. Like this week has been horrendous for me. But guys, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Okay? Jamal, any final thoughts?
No, we're good.
Yay. So until next time.
But of course.
All right, y'all. Bye.
Bye.